interesting trivia you'd like to throw across the table
I've
or
been
anything
chomping
like
at
that?
the bit. All right, you ready? Did you know Allie, Tori, and Jessica were all named after the daughters of the creator of the movies?
I did not.
Pretty interesting. Did you know Silver was only created because Martin Kove was busy filming something else during the filming of Karate Kid 3, so they needed a new villain to fill his absence?
I was not aware of that at all.
Now, Jessica was supposed to be Daniel's new girlfriend, but Ralph Macchio was uncomfortable with their age difference and asked the writers to change the script. The big fight in the season 3 finale was supposed to take place at the Miyagi-Do, but they had to change it at the last minute because it started raining. Did you know Dimitri was an Indian boy named Tanzit in the original script?
I did not know that.
Namaste, Tanzit. Did you also know that Carrie Underwood got the cameo in season 4 because she is a humongous fan of the show?
I did not know that, but I'm not surprised.
Who isn't a humongous fan? Like, the show ended, I feel like I lost a bunch of friends. So we had to watch it again. Okay, the entire season 5 was leaked on the internet 3 days before its release date.
I did not know that.
I bet that would piss the
I'm
writers
glad.
off.
Luckily, I didn't want to watch any of those types of shows during the show for that very reason, because people can't be trusted.
Mm-mm.
Why would you want to?
Spoiling.
Why would you want to do that to people in the first place?
Right.
I mean, we don't want that. We don't want to hear about that shit before we watch it.
No, like the movies that we review are so old, dude. If you haven't watched these by now, like, I mean, and we say the title of what movie we're reviewing, so if you haven't seen it, you know we're gonna spoil it. But like I said, it's like they're like 20 years old and stuff, the stuff we're doing, if you haven't seen them by now. But I agree, Daniel, I think it's horrible to try and spoil that. So much work went into that, you know, for them to just leak it like that. Like, what a-holes. Don't you think?
Yeah, that's...
I think it's garbage. I don't think that's
not
nice.
a cool thing to
It's
do.
not cool. Not cool, man. No. So yeah, that's all. I do have some fun questions. What characters would you like to see get a spin-off? If there was a Cobra Kai spin-off, what would you think would be cool?
Well, I think the only thing that would work with more than one character is if they did a spin-off with Robbie and Tori now doing the
Miyagi-Do.
sponsorships for all the things.
Oh, that's what I mean, not Miyagi-Do.
And who knows where they could take that or whatever. But everybody else is pretty much going their own way. The other cool spin-off possibility would be if they did something with Chosen and that Korean girl as he meets up with her at the very, very end of the last episode over there in Korea.
Mm-hmm.
We know that they had a love interest between the two of them.
Yeah.
So who knows, maybe she becomes pregnant, they have a couple kids, and they move to Reseda and start their own frickin' dojo with who knows, Crease's grandchildren are out there somewhere, something they start an opposing one, I don't know. But those are,
well,
for spin-off possibilities, those would probably be the two best possibilities. Something with Tori and Robbie, or something with Chosen and the Korean gal.
all right, well, the majority, people were polled, like, on Reddit of what they would think that a good spin-off would be. And they also, the majority said that it should be Robbie, and they should call it Miyagi-Do with cameos of Johnny and Tori. But I said, what if they do that, okay, but they also incorporate Johnny and Carmen, because they're together now and they're a little family with.
What if years later Robbie becomes the sensei to his half brother, Johnny and Carmen's?
It's a girl.
So was LaRusso.
That's what I'm saying.
What if they become their sensei?
Well, that's what I put. I said my idea is they do it on like their family, and they can still have Tori in it because she's, went off with competition with them. But it would center around like Johnny and Carmen.
Can I just say?
And their daughter learns Miyagi-Do, and it could be like a whole thing.
Can I just say, in this fake spin-off,
yeah,
I hope something goes horribly wrong between Robbie and Tori, and they get a divorce.
Never.
I don't like Tori.
Why?
I don't like Tori on this show. I think she's way better on School Spirits.
She's great on School Spirits.
She belongs. Yeah. By the way,
I love her.
If you guys do like Peyton List.
She's so good.
And you haven't seen School Spirits, has
Netflix.
nothing to do with karate at all.
Mm-mm. It's more my alley. It's ghosty.
And it's not Netflix, it's Paramount Plus.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
It's called School Spirits. Good show.
It's very good.
I actually do like Peyton List on this show.
She's a good actress.
I don't like Tori's character because she always has to cheat to win.
Well, speaking of, you said Robbie came from the Hard Knocks. Poor Tori. Her mom's dying. She's got a baby brother. She's got to work 2 jobs. Plus, she's got to know karate. And she has to deal with a perverted landlord.
Well, and I quote,
so, God,
once Samantha LaRusso, just because life's dealt you a rough hand doesn't give you a right to go around acting like a bully.
Okay, but also, just because life didn't give you a rough hand and gave you a silver spoon in your mouth doesn't give you a right to poo-poo and look down your nose at people either. Samantha.
I don't think you're looking down your nose for calling people out for acting like criminals and cheaters when that's exactly what they are.
She kind of has that holier-than-thou type.
And that's, you know what, that's why I like Zara. Because
I
don't like LaRusso.
Zara's
I don't like Tori. And I like that she totally best her over there in Barcelona. I like that she did Robbie. Fuck you, Tori. You damn cheating bitch.
Yeah, but then at the end, Zara gets her teeth knocked out. But that actress is a real martial artist. Like, she's a black belt. She's really good. She's
I would like to see a real match between Zara and Peyton List.
Oh, come on.
Because Zara will beat the crap out of her.
Because she's a real martial artist. She really does it. But Peyton List is an actress. I love her. I think she's great. I love her.
She's a good actress. I don't care for the character.
Fun fact, she is dating I forget his name, but the actor that plays Hawk.
Yes.
They've been together since 2022. And he says in real life that she is his muse, and she is, quote unquote, the hardest working woman he knows.
Well, now I don't have trouble believing that, as she's on this show. Mm-hmm. She's on School Spirits, and I think she did like 2 other ones. And I noticed she's a producer on School Spirits.
Yeah.
I think she may have even done a little bit of direction here and there in the Cobra Kai. So, considering her age...
Yeah, I think she's like only, I don't know how
considering her age,
20s.
She's very busy.
Yes.
She's very busy for her age. She's directing...
She's going places, baby.
She's directing, producing, acting in 2 shows simultaneously. So I don't doubt that she's a very hard worker.
Yeah, she's great.
And I think she's probably a really good lady. I just don't like her character in Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people, she won a lot of people over.
I don't really like Sam's
I'm not that
character.
damn easy to win over. That's why I don't like Hawk. That's why I don't like Tori. You know what? Because I know you're pieces of shit.
Why do I like all the bad ones? I like Hawk, but I like Dimitri too, and I like Miguel, and I like... But Johnny is my freaking favorite. I love Quan. He doesn't... He's only in 1 season. What season is it? I can't remember. 5?
He is in season 6, the very last season.
He's good. He's good. I like him. He plays a bad guy, though. He's an a-hole, too. Like, I love all the bad boys.
Yeah,
and the
but
bad
I gotta
girls.
say, speaking of the bad boys, I really like the adult grown-up Mike Barnes.
Yeah! He should have a spin-off.
That dude does not play.
A lot of people said.
Even Johnny respects him. He's like, I like the way this guy thinks. Let's go kick his ass, you know?
And a lot of people on that Reddit post, the majority said they wanted a Robbie spinoff, Robbie and Tori, but a lot of people did say a Mike Barnes one would be really good because they don't think he got his dues in Cobra Kai. A lot of people feel that way.
Well, let's not feel too bad for Mike Barnes, though, because after the Karate Kid movies, between then and Cobra Kai, everybody else's careers went dead.
Hey, Chosen! They brought back Chosen.
Yeah, you didn't hear about Chosen or Johnny Lawrence or Martin Kove or even Ralph Macchio doing crap after the Karate Kid movies.
Mm-mm.
However, Mike Barnes was in two very prominent soap operas. I know one of them, I forget one, but one of them was Young and the Restless.
I did not know that.
So Mike Barnes did okay for himself. He used the Karate Kid movie to do quite well for himself.
The guy who plays Johnny, William
Zabka,
thank you. He didn't just stop at Karate Kid. He was a big actor, like all throughout the 80s and 90s and stuff.
Okay, well, if anybody can off the top of their head name me one or two William Zabka movies other than one of the Karate Kids,
I can't.
I would
but I
love to hear it.
I love him.
I don't know of anybody who's never heard of Young and the Restless.
But, I wanted to tell you guys, I did finally watch Karate Kid 1, 2, and 3. We watched them all in one day. And I loved them. And now Cobra Kai makes so much more sense. I never watched them as a kid, so I'm kind of late to the party, but...
Interesting theory developed during the last part of the last season. Terry Silver says he has nothing. He has no family, no kids, and he's dying and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Snake from the third Karate Kid. His theories and the storylines that he was actually Terry Silver's son.
Ooh.
And he had a disease that took his life that's rumored to be the same thing that Terry Silver has that was going to take his life.
And is that why Terry Silver was so, bitter and a-hole-y?
Yeah, he was on borrowed time and he knew it. And he didn't have a family or a legacy
so he didn't care.
Of any kind or anything like that. And he just wanted some type of legacy to leave behind, and Cobra Kai was going to be it.
Yeah.
Well, we see how that turned out. I think it's cool that Cobra Kai is actually going to continue to be Cobra Kai. Just back under the leadership of Johnny Lawrence again. I thought they did a pretty cool job of wrapping up the show that way.
Absolutely.
I thought it was cool that they showed that John Kreese did have a compassionate human side that went back to his pre-war days, because he used to when he was young. And I thought it was cool that he signed Cobra Kai back over to Johnny basically so they could finish up the Saikai Taikai. And he bowed to him basically to say, I'm sorry for the way I made your life turn out. So I thought that was cool that they put that in the ending.
I have something when you're done about that.
Go right ahead.
All right, so it says this, and we all know this because we've seen the finale, but it says the deaths of the two of the franchise's most iconic characters were sure to meet some doubt from fans. While the franchise isn't immune to fake out deaths, a statement from series co-creator Hayden Schlossberg heavily implies that this is the last we will see of the two. She explains, we knew that the audience wanted to see Kreese and Silver go at it. It's something that we've had up for a while. We had a taste of it at the Seikai Teikai, but Johnny intervened there. The difference this time is it's Kreese stopping Silver from doing something horrible to Johnny, which would take him out of the tournament. It's the moment of sacrifice that we have been waiting to see from Kreese. And it says Kreese and Terry, played by Martin Kove and Thomas Ian Griffin, respectively made their first appearances in the Karate Kid films, Kreese making his debut in the first film and Terry in the third. The two were war veterans and friends turned enemies. John Kreese remains one of the most iconic villains of the 80s, making his sacrifice and redemption all the more impactful for both new and old fans. So, I'm definitely a new fan. I'm sorry I wasn't an old fan. Like, I was actually there in the 80s, and I just did not get on the Karate Kid train. But I'm on it now. Cobra Kai never dies. I hope they do make a spin-off. I really do.
Yeah, that would be cool if they came up with something, because I hardly think that you're the only fan left wanting more.
No. Doing research, reading Reddit and stuff, there are so many fans. I'm not the only crazy one.